Coach Derek Sinclair here, and I want to go over a quick little video. I've always wondered and I've heard just different things about artificial sweeteners, Diet Cokes, just diet sodas in general, diet products. I've always heard like they're terrible for your health, and then on one end, the other end, they're good for your health, and on another end, they have no effect on your health. Uh, there's so many just conflicting stories, and I've never actually like dug into any paperwork or anything like that, any literature to actually back anything up, other than just a little bit of stuff from my personal training background and getting certified and all that. So, I decided let's like actually look into this stuff and then just come up with our own conclusion. And I'm going to do it here with you, and we'll come up with our conclusions together. So, I'm actually on ChatGPT because I find ChatGPT could be completely wrong, but I do feel like it pulls data. At least you can prompt it to pull data from all over the place and just give you the facts. So there are ways to prompt it to do that, rather than me going on Google and looking for all these different paperworks and tests and then going through each one. I'll just let it lay out the findings for me, make it super simple, quick and easy. So that's what I've done. Went on there and basically I asked it, what is the truth about artificial sweeteners and diet sodas? Are either one of them actually unhealthy for you? Am I bleeding? No. Okay. So this is what it broke down for me. You have the basic artificial sweeteners, which are aspartame, sucrose, saccharin, ace, acefulmen, fame, and stevia, which is technically a natural non-derivative sweetener is what it's saying, or non-nutrition. No, not treat. I'm sick. I can't get the words out. Anyways, stevia, you know what it is. Okay, so aspartame is equal. That's the brand name that you find in like the restaurant. Sucrose is Splenda. Saccharin is Sweet and Low. Ace sulfame potassium is Ace K. So what are they used for? They're used to provide sweetness without the calories of sugar, which is helpful for people who are trying to reduce sugar intake, manage the weight, or control their blood sugar, which is especially important for people with diabetes. So, what are the potential benefits? And these benefits are backed by science. Number one is weight control. Studies show artificial sweeteners can help reduce overall caloric intake, aiding in weight loss or maintenance when used to replace sugar. Definitely, I could definitely see this uh, in my own nutritional studies and in my own programs that I've designed for myself, for my family, for my clients. If you can put in artificial sweeteners versus real sweeteners, your caloric intake decreases dramatically. I find like a lot of people don't even realize this, but for example, you need 3,500 calories in total to equal 1 pound. So 3,500 divided by 7, because there's 7 days a week, is 500. So 500 extra calories a week, or 500 extra calories a day over a week, you'll gain 1 pound. Or if you deficit 500 calories a day, you'll lose 1 pound a week. With that said, there's a lot of calories in just a regular Coke and a regular Pepsi and Mountain Dew and a regular sweet tea, whatever it is. There's all those extra calories, and people don't realize, but they're drinking 4 to 5 drinks a day, and that's getting you to 400 or more calories every single day of extra calories that your body doesn't need, and then they wonder why they're gaining weight. So that's just a straight example. Now that study came from a 2016 article uh, showing that low-calorie sweeteners do not promote weight gain. So number two, blood sugar stability. These sweeteners generally do not spike blood glucose or insulin levels, making them suitable for diabetics. This is true. It is good. Number three is dental health. Unlike sugar, they don't feed bacteria in your mouth, meaning they won't contribute to cavities. That is one I always forget about. Like, I'll go to a restaurant and get a good steak or a good burger or something like that. And sometimes I don't want water with my steak or a water with my juicy cheeseburger with bacon, you know, whatever it is, that's all greasy. Sometimes it's nice to have that little ting, a little sting. So I'll get like a Diet Coke, and after drinking that Diet Coke, I'm like, oh, you know, I need to go brush my teeth. But I actually don't have to, right away at least. So I always forget about that one myself. Now here are the potential risks or controversies that are seen, and there's 4 of them. The gut microbiome disruption. For me, this is a big thing. I have gut issues, and so I take a lot of probiotics to fight that. And this is what it says. Some studies, notably in mice, suggest that sweeteners like sucrose, or let's see, I'll give you the name, Splenda or Sweet and Low. Okay, so some studies suggest that sweeteners like, what did I say, Splenda or Sweet and Low may alter gut bacteria, possibly contributing to insulin resistance or inflammation. Okay, really bad. That's not good at all, obviously. However, human studies, so those findings were found in mice, which, you know, from what I understand, if something's found in mice, the odds of it happening in human trials are highly likely. However, not always the case, and in this case, that's not the case. So in mice, it was found it messed up the gut biomes. However, human studies are still inconclusive or show modest effects that don't clearly translate to disease. So I've not looked at the actual protocol that they used to come up with that for the human studies. However, based on that information, I would say it's probably not causing microbiome disruption, because this is why I say this. If they found it in humans, at least, if they found it in mice, were they even looking for it in mice to begin with? I don't know. I wasn't there. But if they were doing their normal protocol, just to see what are the effects of the sweeteners, artificial sweeteners on mice, and then they just so happened to notice the microbiome was disrupted, and then they did a study on humans looking for microbiome disruption. Now they know it's going to be a thing, most likely going to happen, and it just doesn't happen, and they cannot replicate it. That's a good sign, I would say. So use your own knowledge on that, but that's just how I'm coming up with that. The second potential risk is cravings and overcompensation. There's a psychological concern. Sweet taste without calories may confuse hunger and satiety signals. In some people, leading to increased calorie intake elsewhere. So basically what it's saying is sweet taste without any calories is going to make you not feel full, and so you're going to eat food from something else. So an example would be, go to a restaurant, you drink that Diet Coke, and it doesn't fill you up. It's sweet, but there's no like calories, and your body's like, what's going on? So it just gets hungrier and wants more calories. So you might eat more sweets, or you might eat more bread. Now this is something supposedly that restaurants do use, is they put breadsticks out there because they want you to start getting more and more hungry. So what's the thing say? Evidence on this is mixed, though. Some people compensate, others don't. Again, don't think this is much of a risk as far as health goes. What's the risk is, if your personality is the type who is going to get more hungry from using an artificial sweetener, then use with caution. However, if that's not your personality, don't worry about it. And if you do get hungry, you are that person who's going to get more hungry, just be mindful of what you're going to eat when you are hungry from artificial sweetener. Don't eat something bad. Okay, number 3. This one's a big one. Cancer risk. Decades ago. Decades ago. Let's see. It says, which one is it? It's Sweet and Low. Okay, decades ago, Sweet and Low was linked to bladder cancer in rats. But human data has not supported this, and agencies like the FDA and WHO, have since cleared most of these sweeteners as safe within daily intake limits. In 2023, the WHO labeled aspartame, which was equal, as possibly carcinogenic, but only at very high doses, far above typical human intake. So I saw that chart. If this is talking about the correct chart that I'm thinking about, I saw it. I think it was the amount of drinks you'd have to drink, like attained, was equal, in order to reach that limit. It was like 1,000 drinks or something like that. Like, it was so many. It basically just shows nobody is going to do that, except maybe someone who's like doing a challenge where they take like the whole bottle pre-workout in one setting, and then they have to get hospitalized and pump their stomach. Like, I don't think it's humanly possible to take in that amount based on what I saw on that chart. So do your own research on that one, but again, I would say this is a controversy that is rendered safe. The fourth last thing is brain and mood effects. A few studies suggest artificial sweeteners may alter brain reward circuits or potentially impact mood. However, this is still an emerging area with very limited conclusive human data. So, yeah, I mean, just think about yourself when you use an artificial sweetener, like maybe eat a blueberry pie made with Splenda. How does it impact your mood? Is it good or bad? For me, it's good. I love a good pie. I don't like cake, but I do like pie. And I don't like sugar. So if it's artificial sugar, I'm usually pretty happy about that. It makes me feel good. When I'm eating my steak, medium rare, I cut into that thing, take a bite, swallow it, take a sip of Diet Coke with ice. Feel pretty good about it. So, anyways, again, so that breakdown right there, artificial sweeteners, what I'm saying is not that bad. Not bad at all, actually. Can't find anything that was bad, based on me, what I'm thinking about it. So now it comes to, what about diet sodas? Most diet sodas contain carbonated water, artificial sweeteners, caffeine, and preservatives. Here's how this stack up. Pros: there's 0 calories. We saw that with the artificial sweeteners. They don't spike your blood sugar. We saw the artificial sweeteners, and they're safe for your teeth. So we saw that with artificial sweeteners. The cons: addiction to sweetness. Regular consumption might condition your brain to expect sweetness frequently. Okay, here's the thing. If you're drinking soda, you already have this. I don't think the diet soda's causing this. You already have that addiction, and you have to fix that yourself, and it's not because of the soda. Now, the soda's not going to fix it. It's just it's not causing it. It's encouraging it. So keep that in mind. Bone health concerns, possibly due to phosphoric acid in the sodas. Some observational studies, meaning what? They just saw it? They just happened to see it with their eyes? Is that what that means? Show links between cola consumption, not just diet soda, and lower bone mineral density, especially women. Okay. Women are known to be having lower bone density as they get older quicker than men, regardless, because of estrogen levels, if I remember correctly. And so that's why we have women who break their hips more regularly than men. First of all, so now you have something that's going to happen naturally. And then you have the fact that if you're drinking sodas, you're probably not drinking milk or having a good diet regardless. which means your calcium levels are probably shot. Also, I've, from my own observational studies and with my clients, people who come to me with health concerns, they're not drinking milk, they're drinking the sodas. That's a fact. They're not taking supplements that contain any kind of calcium or any kind of vitamin at all. That's normally a fact. So these people are generally unhealthy and or are women, and women just get lower bone mineral density regardless at the end of the day. So are sodas causing that? I would say no. I would say it's part of what is happening regardless. And there's other things that you could be doing to fix it. And I would say if you're regularly exercising and drinking milk or calcium supplementation or something, and you actually drink soda, or you happen to drink soda while doing those things, your bone health is probably phenomenal. Okay. Metabolic syndrome link. Some observational studies, again, eyesight studies, I guess, found correlations between diet soda and obesity, stroke, or type 2 diabetes. I would say, oh, it goes on, let's see what it says. But these don't prove causation. People who already have health issues often consume diet soda so they can reverse causation. Exactly. Goes back to the bone health concerns. I don't think it's causation. I think it's you're going to have these issues anyways because of other factors in your life, and you're just so happening to drink a diet soda to make things better. But the diet soda doesn't make things better, it just slows it down from the other factors that are making things bad. So if you're obese, having strokes, have diabetes, diet soda is not gonna fix it. It might slow things down a little bit, but it's also not causing those things either. So hopefully that makes sense. Now it goes into the middle ground truth. Let's see what it says. Artificial sweeteners and diet sodas aren't inherently toxic or dangerous when consumed within reason, which doesn't list what reason is, but we'll figure that out as we drink it, right? For most healthy adults, occasional or moderate use is safe and can be part of a weight loss or sugar reduction strategy. I guess, yeah. If you're trying to lose weight, just don't drink the sugar. Don't drink the sweets. Don't eat sweets. Sugar reduction strategy. I mean, you're not getting as much sugar in, but just don't do it anyways, because you're going to most likely, if you're in the crisis already where you're trying to fix your weight loss and you're trying to cut back on sugar, you already have an addiction. And so don't encourage your addiction by giving it a sweet thing that is safe. It's a safe sweet thing. You know what I'm saying? Just cut it out. Cut the sweetness out, because now you're not being tempted to eat more sugary, sweet things, and you're replacing that useless thing you're ingesting that has no calories, and you're replacing it with something that's healthy that has calories, that's going to feed your body something, which is going to help you fix your metabolism and whatnot. So anyways, issues may arise when they're consumed in large daily quantities. That's anything in life. They replace water or nutritious beverages. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And you depend on them for sweetness, leading to a desensitized palate or worse food choices overall. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. Final verdict. Artificial sweeteners and diet sodas are tools, not villains. Used moderately and wisely, they're unlikely to harm you, but they shouldn't be your only solution to sugar cravings or hydration either. So there we go. That's that. I'll shut my laptop now. I guess they're okay for you. They're not unhealthy. Could they be encouraging some bad behaviors? Absolutely. Are they fixing some things? In a sense. Depends on who you are and who you're talking to and who you're working with and what you're doing, I guess. So yeah, maybe that helps you a little bit, gives you some information. Yeah, I learned a few things. What'd you learn? Comment down below what you learned today.